Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Carmen Bryant and this is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. So those of you that are watching the clip on Instagram, come over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel, watch the full video to get you some more information and share. And so today I just wanted to come in and I wanted to speak briefly. It's probably gonna be a quick video, I think. But I wanted to talk about that there is no such thing as a casual conversation with a narcissist, ever. Whatever you say will be used against you. Not will and can be used against you in the court of law. No, will be used against you in the court of law, will be used against you in general, in your lifetime, or any other scenario. So let's look at it like this. So no contact. We keep talking about this no contact. The no contact gives you an opportunity to clear your mind, to clear the fog, to get your game plan back together. Because as long as you're trying to get the game plan together in the presence of that narcissist, the biggest problem is they cause confusion, they gaslight, they cause you to be confused. So to get your plan together, for some of you guys, you're starting out, so you're on the YouTube channel, it's best for you to watch these videos to build up your strength. You may not be able to leave right now. Some of you are hurting, terrible emotional pain. So I advise you, some of you guys are asking me questions and some of the answers to your questions are actually in the videos. And so if you scroll through, I have a few hundred and something videos, I think, on here. Scroll through the titles and some of the questions that you're asking me are probably in the videos that I've already made. But strengthen yourself. If you ask a question, look through the video, see if the answer is already there. If not, send me an email and let me know, hey, or even in the comments, let me know. And I do write it down. There's a lot of questions, a lot of topics. But no contact is what you're going to have to do to clear the fog in your mind. No contact. Now, some of you are in the relationship. Some of you have children by the narcissist. So the one thing that I emphasize over and over again is find good legal advice. I am not a legal professional. I am not a lawyer. I cannot give you legal advice. But so what I'm telling you is go find a legal advocate, go find an attorney or someone that can provide you with sound, and I say in the legal system, with sound legal advice, because you can't, if you own property, if you have children, in some states here in the state of Washington, it is a community property state. You have to know if you've been, you're not married, but you've been living with this narcissist and you're trying to get up and go, and you guys may have property together, there's community property, so you can't just get up and just jump up and leave or think that you're going to take something because now they have legal rights. If you have children and you're living with the person, if you have children, you can't just jump up and leave because they can get you for either kidnapping or abandonment, and so especially with children, you can't just jump up and leave. Now, they have programs through the YWCA, through domestic violence shelter programs that will also do relocation services. They will also change your identity in order to protect you. It's almost like a witness protection, but they will actually relocate you to another state and help you start all over again to get away from the abuser. But you have to use the resources. I don't care how bad it is. You can't jump up and jeopardize what you have. They go after the thing that you love the most. And most of the time, a lot of times, it's your children, and so be wise. Watch the videos, build your strength, build your momentum, right? And get good, sound legal advice. Talk to a legal advocate, talk to a domestic violence advocate, find out the resources that are available to you, and stay consistent. Stay consistent. Now, those of you that are that have children by the narcissist, hey, Dr. C, I can't go totally no contact because I have to communicate with him or her because of the fact we have children. Bare minimum communication. Some of you guys have to remember that anything that you say, they're going to use against you. Some of you make the mistake by telling them they're narcissists. You tell them about their behavior, and all they're doing is gathering information. And let me backtrack. In the love bombing phase, when you were trying to establish a relationship and you two were trying to get to know each other, it's like RoboCop. They have this, they don't literally have it, but like RoboCop. Processing information. That's all they do. They're not trying to get to know you. They're trying to find your weaknesses. They're trying to gather information. They put all this stuff into their minds to hold on to. And don't let them pay for a dinner. That is put into their mind, of the bank of their mind. When they give you a compliment, this is crazy. They give you a compliment that they will use against you and hold it against you. They spend any amount of money. If they buy you gifts, they'll make sure that they remember everything that they've done for you. That's why their minds are constantly going. And as you talking, they're gathering information. It's like intel, like in the military is the intelligence, not the Department of Intelligence, but the intelligence command. You know, they gather, or interrogations. They're gathering information to use against you, either then or to manipulate you or to bond you, or later on to use against you. You tell them your weaknesses, you tell them your hurts and pains. There is no such thing as a casual conversation with a narcissist. And for those of you that just, just talk, they're gathering information. Now, for those of you that have children, when you're communicating with these individuals, you know, a lot of times you'll find them being and a lot of you that are hurting, they're being nice to you, ask you how you're doing. And some of you just want to make sure that they know I'm doing good without you. I'm fine, honey. I just bought me a house and I got, okay, so they're calculating money in their head. They're calculating money in your head. Oh, you bought a house. Oh, you got a car. Oh, you got this. Oh, you got this. All of a sudden, you'll see a court document come to your house, subpoenaing you to go back to court so that they can decrease child support or report that you didn't report some type of income or anything. They are that devious. They are that backstabbing that anything you say they will use against you. You think it's a casual conversation, no big deal in what you're going to say, but they're always fishing. They throw the bait out and then you just talk, just like a shotgun. That sounds more like an M16A2 from the military, but those are 3-round bursts. Okay, but enough of that. Anyway, I had a flashback being back in the military on the firing range. I'm sorry, y'all. 3-round bursts. But anyway, as I was saying, but some of you, they put the bait out there in order for you to just talk. And they're gathering information, especially if you guys are in divorce proceedings, especially if you guys are in child support hearings, especially if you guys are in like custody battles, if you're dealing with money, property, children, anything. Everything that you say, they're going to use it against you. For those of you that want to make sure that you let them know you abuse me and you're a narcissist and this is the behavior you have, and you're always gaslighting. You're talking entirely too much. You're talking to a narcissist. You're not supposed to tell them they're a narcissist. So those of you that ask the question, do I tell them that they're a narcissist? No, you don't tell them they're a narcissist, because guess what they're going to do? They're going to go on the computer and research it. And when they research it, they're going to use that lingo and everything against you. You go to court and all of a sudden you hear them telling the judge or telling the attorneys everything that you said to them or everything that they studied. They flipped everything around because they paid attention to what you said. You never, ever, ever, ever give a narcissist ammunition to use against you. You have to learn to be quiet. You have to learn not to talk so much, because nothing that you say is not going to be used against you at one time or another. Even in the love bombing stage, they take the information, what am I going to use as ammunition against you at any point of time? There comes a time where they're doing the trauma bonding. They take the information that you provided and then they injure you with your own information that you've given them. And then when you are so injured and so hurt, they come in like a pain medicine, like crack, like you know, the salve that can soothe that pain, to get you addicted to them, because that I'm gonna hurt you, but then I'm gonna turn around and make you feel better. That's that energy, that power that they feel. Like, I have the capacity of making you react this way and hurting you, then I have the capacity to make you calm down and feel at peace again. But that is because you're allowing them that, because you didn't know that's what they were doing. But nothing that you're saying, nothing, when you're having a conversation with a narcissist is a casual conversation ever. And you may think, well, the only thing that they asked me was like, did I finally move out of that apartment? And I said, yeah, I just bought a home. Or me and Frankie, or me and Deetra, we just purchased. They listen to everything you say. You never give them any business, gray rock. I'm not showing you no emotions. I'm not giving you any information. What do you need to know that for? Why? They'll do things like in the courts. They'll do things like, you know, having to turn in financial statements. They'll figure out a way to try to get you to turn in your bank account statement, because they want to see what money are you spending, what are you buying it on, so they can use it against you to say, see, they're not taking care of my kids. That's not necessary. Your bank documents is not necessary. You know, you talk to your lawyer about that. But anything, there is no such thing as casual conversations. Oh yeah, I just retired. Oh, you got more money. You know, or they try to figure a way to get your money, try to get you to pay more child support. Or so you have to be careful what you say when there is no such thing as casual conversations, which actually makes it hard for those that do want to date, you know, that are wanting to, you know, because that is a part. And someone said, I think here, they said something about, you know, that everything that they're doing is everything that we do. It is. Everything that we do that's you know, a casual conversation with a girlfriend. Girl, your hair look good. And yeah, I bought this right here from here, you know. But anything that's a simple conversation to you, no big deal. They're like RoboCop, I'm telling you. And this is what I was going to say. I think I said it in another video. I was watching Jeepers Creepers. I think it's part 3, the last one that they did. So I was trying to figure out, because Jeepers Creepers reminds me of the personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder. So I was trying to figure out, I was like, okay, I said, because this is what is behind that mask, something really diabolical. And so, and they don't have compassion for people. They don't care about people. They just care about filling their fuel tank up when it's run empty. That fuel tank meaning that ego boost. You know, I have a low self-esteem. I need to figure out a way to make myself feel better. And that is by getting people and sucking the fuel out of them. Well, on Jeepers Creepers, I was trying to style like, okay, what is this creature about? Every 23 years, this diabolical ancient demon comes back and it kills people for 23 days. What the thing does is invoke fear, so that when he invokes the fear and all your guards are, you know, the fear, he sniffs the people to figure out what body part he wants to use to replace his dying or old ancient body parts. And so this is how he determines how to get body parts. A narcissist operates very similar to that. The only time they invoke fear is when they're doing the trauma bonding. To invoke the fear and you're heightened, then they come in and they give you that soothing balm, that they become that drug that gets you addicted to. So I'm going to bring that fear, I'm going to bring that hurt and that pain and everything, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to be your rescuer. I'm going to be your drug. This is how you become addicted to the narcissist. That cycle of trauma bonding, or that, what was the name of it? I know you guys know. But the trauma bonding. And then the other part of it, the casual conversation, the interrogation, the collecting of information. They use conversation in order for you to open up, so they can pick up on your frequency, they can pick up on your words, they can pick up on your pain, they can pick up on what makes you emotional, they can pick up on what you like and what you don't like. You know, the average person, they use that like, okay, I know not to go this far with her, or okay, I know she doesn't like this, and you know, I'm gonna be respectful, because that's how we're gonna create our relationship. I'm gonna be respectful to you, you be respectful to me, you know what I like and what I don't like. Okay, well, the narcissist doesn't look at it like that. They look at it as, I know what can hurt you, I know how to control you, I know how to bring you up to that climax, to that height, and I know how to drop you, I know how to come back in. That's how you're bonded to these individuals. And they look at you to find out what it is about you, and that's through that conversation that you think is a casual conversation. Then they try to determine, just like Jeepers Creepers, what body part do I want to replace mine? Remember, each individual person, each new supply that they go to, they pick up a new trait. So every supply they go to, they pick up a new trait, they pick up a new type of conversation, they pick up a new type of dress, they pick up a new type of way of expressing themselves, they pick up a new lifestyle, they pick up a new appearance, they pick up their own their new lingo, they pick up a new crowd. So they figure out, they listen to you to figure out, what is it about you that I want? And you know as well as I know, you can't take someone's personality. That's not possible. You can't just take someone's personality. You can't just steal people's friends. Well, you can try, steal people's friends. Some friends, they're your friends. They don't need to you don't need to share your friends with nobody else. You and your friends can handle you. But they want your friends, they want your lifestyle, they want your language, they want your intelligence, they want your charisma, they want your, you know, your purity. Everything that's good about you is what they want. And they try to steal it or take it from you. And they can't. And this is where that mask falls off Because eventually they're so frustrated and they realize that you're only human. You make mistakes. You're flawed just like I am. You're not perfect like I thought you were. I hate you. And I hate you because you're this way. And I hate you because you're great. And I hate you because you're good. Everything good about you I hate. Or any weakness that they may see. You may have some of the similar weaknesses the narcissist. They pick out the weaknesses in them, in you, that's similar to theirs, but they're attacking themselves now. But remember, as little information, there is no casual conversation with a narcissist. That should help train you not to tell all your business to just anybody, because you don't know who you're talking to and you don't know why they're collecting this information. A narcissist, as they're looking for new supply, that's what they do. They gather information through casual conversations. They gather intel through, through casual conversations. They need to know in the military, we call it the salute report. Salute means size, activity, location. This is the enemy. The size, the activity, the location, the uniform. Hold on. Size, activity, location, uniform, time, and equipment. This is the salute report. This is the report when we're looking at the enemy and we're having to send a report back. It's called the salute report. You give them the size of the element. You give them the activity, what is going on, what is their location, where are they at, what kind of uniform are they wearing? Do they look like us, or do they have their own distinctive uniform? What are they doing? The time, what time did you see them? What time were they in this location? What time do they keep showing up in this location? What equipment do they have? What type of equipment are they using as to fight us? So that's the same thing that a narcissist does when they're looking at you. And so you have to do that. You now have to do a salute report. People that are over charismatic, people that are like, your guard should be up to protect your heart. People should not be able to get into your heart that quick. If they can get into your heart that quick, you might want to check yourself. You should not be that close to me that quick. Sex should not be something that is just so easily done, because it does have emotional responsibility that goes with it. That is a bond between two human beings that is very, very close and intimate. To a narcissist, they don't think that way, but to you, you do. That even increases the addiction, at greater heights. But remember, they're going to grow bored with you. And then you're stuck with an individual that cannot have casual conversations. They do not have casual conversations. Watch what you say. Think about what you say before you say it. Process it through your mind before you respond. Don't react. Reacting means you didn't think about what was coming out of your mouth. Think about what you're going to say. When they ask a question or if they text you something, think about your response. They always are trying to outthink you. Remember, it's a game of chess. You are a pawn on the game of chess. They're always trying to outthink you. So the casual conversations are distractors to get information, to extract information out of you that they need. Be aware of the type of questions that they're asking you. Be aware of what their conversations is and where they're trying to lead you in the conversations. Be aware of how you feel when you're responding to the question. They say, you still live in that little raggedy trailer that you used to live in. What's the first thing you want to do? Defend yourself. I don't live in that trailer much. Since you left, this is what I did. I got me 2 trailers. You're talking too much. You're talking entirely too much. That's what they were wanting you to do. They're checking on you to see where you're at. Checking on you to see if you've refueled. No such thing as a casual conversation. Think about how you feel. Some of you get texts and all of a sudden you get anxious. You start having, oh my gosh, I'm so anxious, I don't know how to respond. Calm down. You don't have to respond right away. You don't need to. And a lot of them like to rush. They ask you a question. They want to rush because it confuses you and you start telling yourself. Those are the tricks of interrogations. If I bombard you with a bunch of questions, it'll literally drive you to a point where you just start answering the questions and you're all over the place, but they're getting information that they want. And that is what a narcissist does. If they text you, don't respond right away. Let someone else see the text. Let a mutual friend, not a mutual friend, that's not what I mean. Let a friend that understands what you're going through, or a friend that's going to be honest with you, let them read the text. Because 9 times out of 10, a person that's not in the situation can give you some honest advice. Okay, this sounds like this is what he or she's trying to say. I'd be careful. I wouldn't respond like that. Meditate on it before you respond. You ain't got to respond right away, because some of you just want to respond. You have something smart to say. You need to sit back. Let them do what they do. Think about what you say before you say it. Even when you're on the phone. And a lot of them will get you to say, you still there? Why don't you answer the question? Huh? Won't you answer the question? Say something. I asked you a question. Why can't you answer the question? Oh, so you're lying. But do you see the gaslighting? Oh, so you're lying. Oh, so you don't have an answer now. Oh, you have something to say the whole time you were on the telephone, but now all of a sudden you have nothing to say. That is a, what's the word I'm looking for? That's a game. That's a game to get you to talk. And to talk quickly, because you're getting agitated. And the more agitated you get, especially if they know you, the more agitated you get, the more likely you are to spew out answers, and then they got what they want. You notice they'll calm down. All right, well, that's all I had to say about that. Click, and you're like, oh my God, I've said entirely too much. But it's a game. Quick, and then to ask you a question and hurry up, answer the question. Why won't you answer the question? So, oh, you don't have anything to say now. Oh, you had a lot to say, but now you got a lot. Oh, you don't have anything to say now. Oh, you don't have an answer for that. Oh, now you got to think. Oh, now you got to think. Oh, now you're super smart. You know, yes, you are super smart. Calm down. Don't react. Think before you speak. No such thing as a casual conversation. No such thing as a casual conversation with a narcissist. Never, ever. There is no such thing, especially you guys dealing with court cases, you guys dealing with child support cases, dealing with visitation rights, you know, even with your children. Be careful what you say. You'll hear your kids repeat, because you know they don't have any boundaries. They're always inappropriate when it's dealing with the kids. So you may hear your children repeat what you've said, what they've said to you, and everything that you've said was something you said about the narcissist. Now your kids are saying it to you because they've groomed them, they're manipulating them, they're inappropriate. You know, this is, you know, that's why you have to find a good lawyer that understands high conflict divorces. Don't go in there, do you understand narcissistic relationships and narcissism? That's not the question you ask them. Do you understand high conflict divorces? Do you understand psychological manipulation and domestic violence? Don't use the term narcissism because people are just throwing it out there. Do you understand narcissism? Do you understand cluster B personality? So, oh, so now you're a therapist. Now you're diagnosing folks. You know, oh, so you guys just casually diagnose folks. Because some people are actually not narcissists. They have narcissistic traits and they got other issues. They probably get on your last nerve. And then some of you guys, you know, some of you guys are calling the person a narcissist. Okay, you guys know I like to keep it real. So I'm going to keep it real. My brothers and sisters from different mothers and sisters. Oh, mothers and misters. There we go. My brothers and sisters from different mothers and misters. Keep it real. You guys ready? Some of you call the person a narcissist, and in actuality, they just don't want you. They didn't want you. They weren't interested in you like that. You were interested in them. You pushed yourself on them. You wanted a relationship. Had babies by them, whatever. You pursued the relationship, you wanted the relationship, and that person was not interested in you like that, was not interested in you like that, and probably told you, I don't want a relationship. This is a booty call. You know, that's a term. You guys still use that term? But this is just a, you know, friends with benefits type of situation. But you got all caught up in the relationship. Well, you got it over involved, and your emotions and your feelings got out there, and they didn't want you. They moved on and found somebody else and happy with somebody else, and now you want to call them a narcissist. No, that one was you. You know, because they told you they didn't want to be with you, but you looked beyond what they said. And so now you're on, you're like, that person was a narcissist. Some of those people were not narcissists. Now, for those of you, you know that you were with a narcissist. You know, there you can distinguish. Some of you guys don't want to. Some of you guys are calling people narcissists, and they're actually not narcissists. We're just keeping it real. And then a lot of you on here know for a fact you were with a narcissist. So there's nothing to argue about. You know it. If you've never been through it before, then this is probably not the this is not the YouTube channel you want to be on. It's not easy to give somebody advice if you don't know what it felt like. You know for certain. You know you can't. No one can argue with you. And then for some of you, you were not with a narcissist. But at the same time, and you felt rejected and abandoned, you had your own issues. I get it. I see it all the time when I got, people come into counseling. Some people are actually not narcissists. They just didn't want you, and the person sat in counseling and said, I just didn't want her. She wants me to create something that's not there, or he wants me to create something that's not there. The rules were, and this was the rules. She broke the rules, or he broke the rules, or, you went beyond. You got into your feelings, and that's not what I wanted, so I left. They're not a narcissist. They just made a choice. You made a choice, and it didn't work out that way. So now you're on here calling them a narcissist. But anyway, remember, no casual conversations. No such thing. Hopefully this helped you guys. Even though I went on my own little tangent at the very end, it had to be said. Somebody's going to say it. You know, Big Sis is going to say it. Doc going to say it. I got you. You know, I'm going to say it. I'm going to keep it real. It may hurt your feelings. Some people get mad. But you know, that's true. And I've heard people say it all the time. It's true. I hate to admit it. It was true. When I got out my feelings and my feelings weren't hurt anymore, it was what it was. Okay. No such thing as casual conversations. Remember that. Okay. Now, thank you guys so much for joining me. If you have not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Make sure you hit the bell because I upload videos Tuesday through Friday, pre-record them. And then on Sundays, I come on live at between 8 and 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is West Coast time in the U.S. Set the bell. You guys say that you haven't been getting the alerts. Make sure you go and hit the bell. You know, and if not, you know, unsubscribe, then subscribe again, and then hit the bell to reset it. Those of you on my Facebook page, I have a professional Facebook page, Psychological Health Consultants and Services, and then I have my book Facebook page, which is Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. You can hit the thumbs up on there, the like. I do post on all three of the Facebook and the YouTube channel. I have Instagram, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. I put clips on there, and then I put like encouraging words sometimes. And I'm on Twitter, y'all. I actually tweet from time to time, and I give you some encouraging words or retweet something that someone said to bring you encouragement, but it is hashtag Dr. Carmen Bryant 1. You know, you guys are welcome to join me. And my book, if you have not ordered the book already, it is Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. We're going to unmask that narcissist. Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. It is narcissist abuse, abused by the esteemed. I would read this to you guys, but I don't want to underestimate anybody's intellect. But this is what's on the back of the book. You know, most people do not realize they're in a narcissistic relationship, only to find out that everything they thought about their relationship is really a lie. So the rest of it you got to read on the back of the book, okay? I think it's you can see it on Amazon. The back of the book is on Amazon and on my Facebook page, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. So Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, you can download the ebook, the Kindle. It's $9.99 on Amazon and $12.95 if you want the soft cover, and I think it's $28 for the hardcover book. But thank you guys so much for supporting me. Share the book, especially with your teenagers. Make sure these teenagers, if you got teen groups you work with, let them read this book. A lot of them are going through it as well. There are some people that you know are probably going through it. Give them the book. Read this book and tell me what you think about it. And it is true stories of real people who have been through narcissist abuse. Names and identities have been changed, but these are real people that have been through narcissist abuse. The scenarios are real. They're true. What has happened to them is real. Family members, what happened to their children, what happened, some of them were in high positions, with money, without money, doesn't matter. Some of the things that were said to them, you know, from their fathers, and how some of these women treat their sons and their husbands. You know, go and read the book. It is a Christian book, so I bring encouragement through biblical references. And if you are not a Christian, no big deal. Take the principles. I promise you're going to find yourself in that book. You will find yourself in that book. Share it and give it to somebody. Share the book, you know. And once again, I thank you guys so much for your support. Look up underneath the YouTube channel with the little... when you hit the little tab underneath the YouTube channel, and all the information is there for those of you that ask, how can you donate? I put the information under there with the donate Cash App and the PayPal, and I'll also put the links to the bookstores under there. Thank you guys once again for being here. Thank you so much for supporting me. It is always an honor. It is always a privilege. Thank you for sharing your stories. You guys don't know how that makes my heart feel. I feel so honored to know that what I have to say is helping someone, that is helping people. And some of you are saying, you know, when you first start a YouTube channel, you don't know who you're going to help. You don't even know if what you have to say, you know, in your mind, you're thinking is very relevant information. But when people start telling you how much your videos have changed your life, you guys don't know. That just brings me so much joy to make me want to do more. I wish I could do more. I'm only one person. There are other people on the channel. Quinn Holiday from Associate Direct, Angie Atkinson, Lil Shaman, Dr. Les Carter, I love him too. You have Melanie Tonya Evans, you know, all these outstanding, Sarah Speaks, you have all these outstanding coaches that know what they're talking about. You know, subscribe to their channel, get the information. Each person has a different personality. Each person brings the information a different way. I'm a very animated person. I'm going to crack a joke or two. I'm going to make you smile before you get off of here. And you know I'm going to wear some jewelry or some big hair or something. You know, so I'm just an individual, and I have my own unique personality and way of bringing you the information. And each individual coaches have their own ways of bringing the information from where they've learned, where they've studied, and their own experiences. And please, you guys take an opportunity to go to my mentors page. It is Helen Sadler Destiny Helper. Is on YouTube. She will provide you with narcissism education from a biblical and spiritual perspective. She is the presiding prelate, so she is my pastor. She's my mentor. She's my coach. She's the one that was with me when I was going through what I was going through. I honor her. I love her. You guys will truly be blessed if you go on her page. You know, not you'll be blessed anyway, if you know, but you'll truly be blessed by the information she provides. Go to her YouTube channel. Just bring her numbers out and her numbers up, and let's share the information. Get the information out there. Get her out there as well. Thank you guys once again for joining me. Go be great.